Phil Evans with Bay Area Lifestyle, and today we have a very special guest for you guys. We have Phil Caulfield, who is a loan officer, and he's here to talk to you about mortgage and loans 101. Kind of let you know everything you need to know so that you can understand them better, understand better whether you can get one or not for yourself, and I'll let him take it away. Okay, Phil, so a lot of great information so far. Let's talk about what it takes to get pre-approved. Pre-approved is kind of the most important way to go rather than being pre-qualified. So if you're going to be pre-approved, and I should let you write this because your handwriting is much better.
I don't know about that.
It's, okay, pre-approved. What do we need here? I'm going to let you kind of talk to us about how do I get pre-approved.
Okay, so we've gone through the documentation. Now what we'll talk about is how do you actually qualify? And the first thing we do as a lender is we figure out what your debts are, your new housing expense, plus the monthly payment on any other car loans or credit cards or student loans. And we take that total and we divide it by your gross monthly income.
Okay.
Generally speaking, you don't want your debt to be any more than 40 to 50% of your gross income. Anything above 43% is going to be very difficult. The only way you can get to 50% is with compensating factors, such as you have a large savings account, you've been on your job for a long time, you have a substantial down payment, more than most likely 40%. So as a rule of thumb, I would stick with this number right here, 43% of your monthly income, yes, 43% of your monthly income can be debt. So for example, if your income is $10,000 a month, your total debt shouldn't be any more than $4,300, including the new housing expense.
Okay, all right, great. And then what other parts are involved in being pre-approved that you guys look at?
Well, we look at the credit, and that, what we talked about was we run the credit up front, and we look at your credit score.
Right.
So credit scores go anywhere between, I believe, 400 and 900. Generally speaking, most people fall in between the 600 to 700 range. And so if you have a 700 credit score, generally speaking, that's okay to get a loan.
Okay.
You can still go lower, but the closer you are to 700, the better.
Okay, great. And if somebody is below 700, what do they do? Should they just kind of wait until they improve to 700, or should they still come and talk to you?
Yeah, no, well, when a loan officer runs a credit report, you get 3 scores for each person from the 3 different credit repositories: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian.
Okay.
So next to each score, there are, I call it dialogue, and it says from most important to least important why your score is not higher.
Oh, okay.
So that provides you clues as to what you can do to improve your credit score. So a good loan officer will tell you what you need to do. One of the reasons we see a lot is proportion of credit card balances is close to the limit. So let's take, for example, let's say you have a Visa card that you have a 5,000 high credit limit, and right now you have a balance of 4,500. If you pay that balance down to, let's say, 30% of that limit to 1,500, that's probably going to help your credit score.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard something about you always kind of want to stay below the half mark, right? So if you're 5,000, you want to stay usually below 2,500 if you can. Anything over a curve.
Having been in the mortgage business a while, I've talked to credit repair companies a lot, and they recommend 30%.
30% is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
The less, obviously, the better, but if you're 30% or below, you're not going to get hit too hard.
Okay. We have Phil Caulfield here, the loan officer extraordinaire. Give us a call. You'll find my information at the bottom, and I'd be more than happy to help you find your next dream home. as well as send you over to Phil to get pre-approved. I think that's the one we want to go with. All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.